other?
Yeah. One thing I want to bring up before I forget, and this might make it a little bit more clear to your listeners as to why I talk about both autoimmune and
Yeah.
endometriosis.
Yeah.
So I mentioned about autoimmune and how it's, an attack on the body. And, a lot of people, there's a lot of debate out there whether or not endometriosis is an autoimmune condition or not. And actually,
Really?
at this point, it's not. It's not considered an autoimmune condition,
Okay.
endometriosis. But
Okay.
what it has a root cause of something called immune dysfunction, right? Immune dysfunction is when the immune system isn't working appropriately. And so immune dysfunction is a root contributing factor to endometriosis. It's also a root contributing factor to autoimmune conditions. And that's how they're
Right.
connected. Now, immune dysfunction is also a contributing factor to other conditions like asthma, allergies, chronic fatigue, and fibromyalgia. So they are all actually connected. All these other conditions are not autoimmune conditions, but they are all connected by this immune dysfunction. And that's why studies actually show that women with endometriosis actually have a higher chance of having any of these other conditions of immune dysfunction than women in the general population.
Right. Well, that would make sense. So, is then the solution looking obviously at this immune dysfunction?
Exactly. And this
Right.
is the piece of the puzzle that doctors don't talk about, right? When
Mm.
you go to your medical doctor, they're either going to give you a hormone to stop your own hormone production, because with endometriosis, it can feed off of estrogen and grow.
Right.
But what's actually happening in endometriosis is that the estrogen that's the biggest problem is estrogen that's produced locally at the endometriosis site. And what's actually causing this local estrogen production are immune cells that are overproducing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. So
So
it's not the estrogen; it's again the immune
the immune
cells.
system,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So you take the hormones and it kind of suppresses all the estrogen, but you stop the hormones, it all comes back because you've never addressed the immune system,
Sounds very
right?
similar to PCOS, isn't it? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, just how PCOS is treated. It's treating the symptoms, putting young girls on the pill,
Yeah.
treating, things like the hair and all the other symptoms that come with it, as opposed to actually addressing, again, the
Yeah.
root cause. Yeah. Mm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.